Let's dive deeper into questioning and explore probing and cues. Probing is like a funnel where someone responds and you listen and continue digging down into that subject. For example, first question, where did you last go on holiday? Spain. What part of Spain did you go to? Barcelona. Have you ever been before? Yes, with my parents. Who did you go with this time? My partner. What were the highlights of the trip? It's a great way to go deeper on a subject and get the detail and clarity. This style of questioning can be traced way back to Socrates in ancient Greece to dissect complex ideals, uncover the truth, and challenge ideas. This might be useful for you when you're interviewing someone or wanting to get to the real problem behind an issue, or even coaching someone to improve. Often is the case where we ask someone unrelated questions one after the other, and so we never really get to the nub of the matter. We might start on the right track, but then we inadvertently go off on a tangent and miss an opportunity in a conversation. Think of it as someone digging in a garden. You dig one hole here, another there, and end up with lots of little molehills, but no real penetration or depth. The real value in probing questions is when we stick to the subject in question and go deeper, so we dig one big hole where we invariably find the metaphorical gold. It's a systematic, disciplined approach. We do this by asking for more information on the previous statement, so it requires active listening skills, and you pick up on any cues the person might give you, usually in the form of a word or a phrase, but it could be something that is not said, i.e. non-verbal communication through their body language. Let's give an example. How are things? A bit challenging at the moment. What do you mean by challenging? Well, just various things I've got to deal with outside of work. Outside of work? Parents, kids, that sort of thing. If it's okay to ask, what are the issues you're having with your parents? And so on. You can see by simply reflecting language back, literally the words the person has used, or incorporate them into an open question, you can really get to understand what is behind an issue or behaviour. It doesn't take hard work or the need to have to think of lots of different questions. You're simply listening to cues and throwing them back so the other person is the one doing the hard work. Sometimes we miss these all-important cues, particularly if they're part of a longer dialogue or response because we've zoned out or we're not listening to every word. We have made assumptions of what is being said and jumped to conclusions, or even we're thinking about the next question to ask. There's a danger also in giving up too soon, before the key information is revealed. Another way of thinking about it is that whatever the other person says or doesn't say is the mother of your next question. Their response should be the catalyst to how you respond. The cue might be how they're behaving, which can feed the next thing you say. It could be as simple as, say what you see. For instance, you seem distracted. What's on your mind? Or you're shaking your leg and look anxious. What's up? The shorter your response, the better to really focus the other person on what you're looking for. Think how important mastering probing questions are in your line of work. For instance, sales, to understand the prospect's position, wants or obstacles. In therapy, counselling and healthcare, people management. What is the real underlying issue behind what's going on? Probing is used to good effect in the coaching model I'll talk about in another video. In summary, probing requires attentiveness, exploratory questions, and persistence. If you haven't already, watch my video on questioning styles that work hand in hand with this link.